Type an equal sign, the letters MATCH, and an open parentheses into an empty cell in your Google Sheet. That single action is the starting point for one of the most powerful and flexible lookup functions in the entire application. Unlike VLOOKUP, which gets bogged down by column positions and data rearrangements, match simply finds where something lives in a list. It tells you the row number or column number of a value you're searching for, which means it doesn't care about the actual data, only the position. If you find this helpful, please consider liking and subscribing, and let's dive in. First, let's prepare your spreadsheet. You'll need a column or row of data that contains unique values, like a list of employee IDs, product codes, or email addresses. For this tutorial, imagine you have a column starting in cell A1 with a list of employee IDs, 101, 102, 103, and so on. This is the range you'll be searching. The key thing to understand is that Match expects a single row or a single column, not a multi-cell rectangle. If you try to give it a block of data spanning several rows and columns, it will return an error. Keep it simple, one row or one column only. Now click on an empty cell where you want the position number to appear. Let's say you click cell E2. Type an equal sign, then the word match, then an open parentheses. You'll see the function's tooltip appear, showing 3 arguments: search_key, range, and search_type. The first argument is the value you're looking for. Click on a cell that contains that value or type it directly in quotes. For example, if you're looking for employee ID 103, you could click on cell A3 if that's where 103 is, or type 103 inches in quotes. But there's a better way. If you're building a dynamic lookup, you'll often refer to a cell where the user can type a value. So let's say cell E1 contains the value you want to search for. Click cell E1 instead of typing the value. That way, if you change E1, your match formula updates automatically. Next, type a comma to move to the second argument, the range. This is the single row or single column you want to search. For our employee IDs, select cells A1 through A100, or however far your list goes. It's best to use an absolute reference here, so your formula doesn't shift when you copy it. Select A1 through A100, then press F4 on your keyboard to lock it. You'll see $signs appear, $A, $1, $A, $100. This means no matter where you copy or drag this formula, it will always look at that exact range. Type another comma. Now the third argument, search_type. This determines how Match performs the search. For 99% of real-world scenarios, you'll want a 0. That means exact match. Type a 0, then close the parentheses. Press enter. The cell now shows a number. If you searched for 103, and 103 is the third item in your list, the cell shows 3. That's the relative position of the value within the range, not the value itself. This is crucial. Match returns a position, not the data. If it returns 7, that means your lookup value is the 7th cell down in that column. Test this by changing the lookup value. If your search_key refers to cell E1, type a different employee ID into E1 and press enter. The position number updates instantly. Try an ID at the top of the list. You should see 1 or 2. Try an ID that doesn't exist in the list. You'll see an #n/a error. This is expected. Match can't find a value that isn't there. This makes it a great error checker. If you get #n/a, you know the data is missing. Now let's talk about approximate matches. The other search_type options are 1 and -1. Use 1 if your data is sorted in ascending order and you want Match to find the largest value less than or equal to your search_key. Use -1 if sorted in descending order. These are powerful for things like tax brackets, discount tiers, or grading scales. For instance, if you have a sorted list of scores from low to high, and you want to know which bracket a score falls into, Match with 1 will give you the position of the closest match without going over. Change your search_type to 1, ensure your range is sorted ascending, and enter a value that's between 2 of your data points. You'll see it returns the position of the lower bound. Just be careful. If your range isn't sorted correctly, the results will be wrong. One common pitfall is duplicate values. If your lookup value appears more than once in the range, Match only returns the position of the first occurrence. It doesn't tell you there's another one later. If you need to find all occurrences, you'd need to use the filter function, or a combination of index and small. So for unique identifiers like employee IDs or product SKUs, this isn't a problem, but for names or statuses, be aware you'll only get the first match. Now, the real power of Match comes when you combine it with index. Index takes a range and a row number and returns the value at that position, so you can nest a match inside an index to create a dynamic two-way lookup. For example, $index B2 B100 match E1 A2 A100 0 would first find the row where employee ID 103 lives, then pull the name or department from column B on that same row. This is more flexible than VLOOKUP because your lookup column doesn't have to be the first column. You can search any column and return any other column. This combo is industry standard for building dashboards and reports that don't break when you move columns around. As you practice, try copying your match formula to adjacent cells to see how it behaves with relative and absolute references. If you used absolute references with $signs, you can copy it anywhere and it will still search the same range. If you didn't lock it, dragging the formula down will shift the range, which might cause errors. Test with different ranges, a row instead of a column for instance. Select a horizontal range like A1, Z1, and search for a value across columns. You'll get a column position, not a row position. Finally, to wrap up, let's review your spreadsheet. Make sure your worksheet is organized. Perhaps add a label next to your formula saying position and another for the lookup value. Save your changes, then test a few more lookup values, including one that's intentionally missing, to confirm the hash n/a error appears. If the error bothers you, you can wrap your match in an if error function to display a custom message like not found. The formula would be equal if error match E1 $A$1 $A$100 0 not found. By now you've learned how to use match to find the position of any value in a row or column. You've tested exact matches and approximate matches, and you've seen how it integrates with index for professional grade lookups. This function is the backbone of dynamic spreadsheets, and you can return to this video anytime you need a refresher. Keep practicing with different datasets. Explore combining it with other functions like XLOOKUP if you're on a newer version of Sheets, and your spreadsheet skills will grow quickly. Thanks for sticking with me, and happy sheet building.